Hello everyone, welcome to the first part of King Arthur Knight's Tale. This game has been out for a while now, but it's on the Steam sale, so I thought I'd grab it and give it a go. It does look pretty good. I haven't seen much of the game, so it's going to be pretty much a blind playthrough, but it looks like a sort of combination between XCOM, I suppose, and Divinity in terms of the story and the action, but it does look pretty good. So I think we'll just get stuck straight in. So we do classic mode or roguelike mode. I think for games like this, roguelike mode is a must, isn't it? We'll definitely go with that. And now we have 5 difficulties, okay. Story obviously is going to be the easiest one. Enemies are weakened. Moderate, hard, or very hard. It's probably going to be my downfall. I've never played this game before, but we'll go with hard. Why not? And let's call it the Green Knight, as it is about a knight's tale. Who knows, maybe we might be able to get a Green Knight. I haven't seen anything or watched any of the cutscenes, so I should have quickly watched.
You must take up your arms again. This is all very confusing. I know. Focus. Breathe. It will all become clear soon. You were fighting in the last great battle for Britannia, when King Arthur's adversaries marched against the once and future king. You have committed dreadful acts to fulfill your destiny. Do you remember the earth trembling? Can you recall the gathering of terrible armies? You saw Camelot burning and watched the power of magic tearing apart the world at its seams. You led knights and monsters into a deadly storm of fury and blood. You destroyed the ladies of the sun and the lords of the winter. You have killed King Arthur, and with his dying breath, he struck you down. You both died. And yet, you both live. You have unleashed something that cannot be stopped. The tide of madness and pain will swallow us all. I have brought you back to end this nightmare, Sir Mordred. I want you to go on a knightly quest. I want you to finish what you have begun. Kill King Arthur, or whatever he has become, after I took his dying vessel to Avalon. Sir Mordred, living and
that's pretty good. Pretty good for an intro.
But is he truly alive? I wish I could talk to him, but I can't just yet. Serves him right anyway.
Serves him right anyway.
I've set this dread knight on a dark path.
Well, that's pretty good. Opening cutscene.
Watch where it takes him. I've brought back King Arthur's nemesis, and wonder if I made the right choice. Mordred did the impossible, after all.
You certainly have.
Almost killed the king, who cannot be killed. And that's how the nightmare began.
So it looks like Lady Lake is going to be narrating for the most of this, it looks like. Shrine of the Lady. This is the legendary island of Avalon, far, far beyond the realm of Britannia, surrounded by the endless sea of the Otherworld. Otherworld? Avalon is the realm of the most powerful enchantress who has ever lived. She has many names, but in Britannia they revered her as the Lady of the Lake. She was born under the cold waves and ascended to reign over this magical island. She is the immortal who spins the fate of mortal kings and queens, the one who speaks the language of the lakes and the ancient forests. She rules this land that was once meant to be a haven for the fallen heroes, the mirror image of the mightiest kingdom in the mortal world. Sounds interesting. So I'm assuming it's meant to be a mirror image of the mightiest kingdom, so that must mean Camelot, I presume. There's nowhere else we can go apart from through the door. Oh, is that in here?
Wait! Who the hell are you?
I'm here to teach you some manners, lad.
Oh, you're in trouble, boy. On lowly guard. Okay. So the UI looks pretty good, clean. We've got a health potion. Looks like you can get another potion maybe there. So we have vitality. Taking vitality damage can lead to persistent injuries, and eventually death. Vitality does not regenerate after. Oh, it doesn't regenerate after missions. Okay. Hit points. Damage you can take before taking vitality damage. And armor is subtracted from any hits, damage, and only the difference is suffered. Depending on the damaging skill's armor breaking, the target will lose some armor. Right, okay. Hopefully that explains a bit more. I'm not really sure. It looks like we've got armor first, then hit points, and then vitality. So we're quite tanky. Income damage reduced is by this percentage if the hero is facing towards the attacker, assuming because we have a shield. Physical debuff resist reduces the effectiveness of most physical status effects. And mental reduces most magical. Okay. Every token saves a hero from one injury, restores after missions. Okay, that's pretty cool. So we can suffer 2 injuries per mission, it looks like. Overwatch, reserve, we'll come at them. Right, nothing else going on, I think it's just us in here, so let's move forward. And we've got Strike. 6 to 8 damage, costs 3 AP, deals 100% weapon damage. And Cast Stigma causes 20% vulnerability to the target for 1 turn. I suppose we should go with a good old fashioned thwack. There's not much else we can do, but we can reserve that, I'm assuming. Consume all remaining AP to save some for the next turn. The hero will reserve 1, 2, or 3 bonus spent this way. Okay. So he only took 1 armor off there. So what's he do? Panic and Horde, Guard, Cursed Vassal. Weapon damage 3 to 5. So it doesn't look like he can do a lot of damage to us. He down.
Damn, that felt good. Where am I?
I thought that dying can change a man, but I might be wrong.
Clearly.
Hey, who's there?
Oh.
I can hear you. Let
What's
me
this?
out.
Which way do I go? Can I go this way? It's locked. You should take a look around in these halls. Or for a key. Let's try this one. The dungeon.
Take a look at this.
Take a look at what? Help me out. Barrel.
Is it worth dying for?
What, a barrel? Probably not. What else we got? Not much in here. Loot. I've just missed that little tutorial, I think.
Open the door, whoever you are. Help me, and I will help you.
Calm down. Right, there's not much loot in here, is there? Oh, we can rotate as well, forgot about that. That'll be useful. What have we got in here?
Well, well, well. Sir Kay, King Arthur's seneschal, in a dungeon rotting away, a hero's
Sir
reward.
Kay.
An honest and capable man, but a bit dull, like an untended blade.
Sir Mordred,
Oh, lad.
the Scourge of Britannia is back. Avalon is not a place for your treacherous kind.
Locked up in a cage whimpering, just as I remember UK. Oh, brutal. What the hell is going on here? Calm down and talk to me. Oh, I don't know, we should play this. Locked up in a cage?
you?
Why not?
Or just a ghost? Tell me, Mordred, do you remember killing me?
You're quite upset about dying, you seem to be very much alive. How so?
Help me escape, traitor. Then we may talk.
You promise. It looks like the yellow one obviously progresses the conversation, or we can ask about further things in the white. What is this wretched place?
I've already told you. Avalon, the island of the fallen knights. And this is Castle Camelot.
What? This hovel is Camelot. If you're playing tricks on me, I'll break your bones.
Yes. Not the one that you remember, though.
So you, the Knight of Round Table, ended up here behind locks? Pitiful.
Some of us are still waging a war. I fought and have been betrayed. You are familiar with betrayal, aren't you?
Trust was always your weakness.
And what is yours? Your bloodlust? Your savagery?
Glare in silence.
Yes, I thought so. You think you're strong enough to fight the taint on this island?
You promised me if I help you set... You promised me help if I set you free. How about that?
I keep my promises. I will help you, Mordred. The powers that rule this land decided to trust you with our fate. I don't know how to feel about that. But soon, you must make your very first decisions.
Open the door. Very aggressive, man. We go in here, what have we got? Anything? Nothing at all. So, it's okay. Melee, he's got the same amount of health or vitality as us.
Great. That's my arm over there.
That's convenient.
Finally. I feel more useful now.
You think a sword makes you less useless?
We must get out of here. Go to the door and let me handle this.
Brutal. Bang on the door. What's happening here?
Rascals! I told you that you will pay for this.
What the hell is he doing out of his cell?
He sounds drunk.
Surprise.
Oh, ambush. Sneaky, sneaky. Guards, just 2 guards, I think, aren't it? Go on and give him a good whack. Oh, we can do 2. Oof, you're down and out. Let's just move 1 up. It's okay. You also have 7. What have you got? So you've got strike, that's just 100%. Weapon damage, 11 to 13 damage though with his nice 200 sword there. Or cleave, deal 75% weapon damage to every unit in a 3 tile wide area. Oh, that's pretty good. 8 to 9 damage. Alright, let's see how good this cleave is then. Oh,
That's it.
that was pretty
Just
good.
getting warmed up.
We can't loot them though, so that's a shame. Let's see if we've got any loot in here.
A chest!
Oh,
Let's have a look.
sigil for heavy armor. Don't know what that does, but I guess we'll find out. Oh, a crossbow as well. I'd love a crossbow. As I said as well, I know this game's been out, I think it's nearly a year now, isn't it? But yeah, if anyone's played it, obviously let me know what you think of the game. If you've got any tips or tricks for me,
This is the
anything I should
room.
watch out for,
Prepare for battle.
prepare for battle. Where's the warden?
Sir Kay, you are really persistent, but I can't let you walk free.
You don't have much choice in the matter now, Warden.
Oh, warden. So he's got a nice big shield, he's got 2 armor, 20 health this one. What should we do then? I think I'll tell you that Mordred, you go left. And we'll thwack him 1. And reserve your repeat. And then Kay, you go right. Take this guy down. Oh, yes. And then we can enter. Oh my god, what was that? Oh, he didn't do any damage there. What's this? Causes 20% vulnerability to the target for 1 turn. Let's try that on this guy. Or should we do that? It's only 1 turn actually, isn't it? So let's not.
I am here to serve.
I'll have to wait for Kay to come round, I think. And he's quite slow, isn't he? So get Kay around the back, flank him.
Neo, before your king.
I want to try his cleave ability out, so we are going to cast Stigma on this guy. I don't know why. Oh, is that for the attack? So if I attack him now. Okay, I did a bit of damage. And we can attack him again as well. Right. We're probably going to take a bit of a beating here if he needs to, but... Oof. Took a bit of vitality damage there. Not vitality, what was it, hit points?
Awaiting your command.
Right, let's try his cleave. Not bad. Finish him off.
Now we should find the one who is truly in charge here.
His shield wasn't much help there. Right, what else have we got? No loot. Oh, there's some loot here.
I hoped for something more.
As did I, friend. Nice.
More means to our cause.
Plenty of barrels and crates. What's in this one?
Yes.
Hearthstone. No idea what that does.
Careful. It's quite a crowd.
You know very well that diplomacy was never my strong suit.
Right. Okay, so I'm guessing yeah, as soon as you cross that, well, I'm assuming that that's... it might have actually just said in that video. I didn't watch those videos. I need to start watching those videos. But I'm assuming this will start the battle. So,
Time to
yeah,
earn your
there we go.
share of glory, knights.
Deploy your heroes. Select your heroes one by one. Alright, okay, that's pretty cool. So you get to just set up wherever you want, really. So we've got two guards over here. And then, is it a crossbowman, it looks like? So, we'll put Mordred over here.
Your Highness?
And then we'll put Kay here. He can sit on these two guys, I think. Is that just those three? That's the fourth one there. Yeah, should be right there.
Awaiting your command.
So I'll put Kay here. Let's try Overwatch. I haven't tried that yet. I'm assuming it's
Ready
just
to fight.
he'll hit one of them as soon as they come into
None
range
can
there.
stand in my way.
And we'll run Mordred up to this pillar as well. Keep the AP for next turn. Managed to block that one, that's good. Oh my god. There's one down straight away.
Your Highness?
Absolutely vicious, this guy. Right. Whack him as well, that's another one down. Mordred, you can move up. Strike this guy.
Die.
Right. Kill him off. We'll move up. And then we'll also get Sir Kay to run up as well. I hope that's, yeah, that's the only guy looking by the map as well. What's he gonna do? Oh, you should have run away.
Ready to fight.
Doesn't look like Kay can actually reach. And that needs 4 AP as well, so
Before your king.
send Mordred in.
Taste my blade.
Slice
I'm
him
here
up.
to serve.
I'll put Kay the other side so he's less likely to run away. There we go. Oh, right in the back as well.
What master do these soldiers serve anyway?
That would be Sir Tywelin.
Lead me to him. I want to explain him that this is my castle now.
Oh, straight in the throne room. I'm guessing this is Sir Tywelin.
So, you are back as well, traitor.
It's not very healthy.
Probably don't remember me.
I don't even care who you are.
I am just a walking corpse
cheated out of his debt, and I will make everyone suffer for this injustice.
Proud words from a walking nameless corpse.
He was Sir Llewellyn, a once noble warrior with 2 sons, both knights.
Out of curiosity, are your sons such ugly monstrosities like you? Oh my god, this guy goes for the throat every time, doesn't he? What are you doing in
I
Camelot?
fell in battle, like we all did. But instead of gaining new life in legendary Avalon, I've returned as a lost one.
All I hear is a pitiful whimper and not the answers I need.
Let me rephrase it, traitor. Camelot is a sacred place, reserved for the once and future king. That is the law. But I spit on the laws of the Lady of the Lake.
Oh, he doesn't like Lady of the Lake. I wonder if he could join us. Could do with him. I'm not sure about his skull face, but his meaty axe would come in handy. Clever man, this is a great way to make an ancient enchantress very pissed. Why not?
I'm not afraid of her. Lost ones can't perish. This is our curse and blessing.
Is King Arthur here with you? Walking
He
corpse?
is not. The unholy storm wrecked the ship that brought the dying king to Avalon.
He can't be dead, otherwise I wouldn't be here.
And the raging tempest, something was waiting for the ship. And then the darkness took the king, and all of us in its embrace. Arthur is beyond the Bridge of Sorrows, dwelling on the accursed land of midnight.
Spare me the poetic rubbish, tell me where he is and I let you live. Or whatever you call this existence.
Whatever you do, you need more than a blade to break my curse.
Oh, it looks like we have to fight him. We'll see. Worst case is that you'll keep on lamenting after I take your head. Just... No diplomacy with this guy. Right, so we got... Oh, he's a bit tanky there.
I am ready.
None
Right.
can stand in my way.
Let's stick a stigma on him. You move there. And then you can thwart both of them. Right. And then we'll overwatch over here. Yep. See what happens. Oh. Oh my god.
Taste my blade.
Right. Just gotta kill this guy as quickly as possible. Can't get any more. I can cleave him again. Do I keep just cleaving away? How many AP does it cost? 4 AP. And he's only got 7, so you can never do 2 attacks, which is a shame. Yep, just have to keep doing that, I think. I'm gonna take a bit of damage here. Oh my god. Right, finish this guy off. And then just move towards that archer. And then one more cleave should do it, I think. Oh, we saved up enough though, so we can strike this guy as well. Oh, perfect. And you can turn to face the archer. So he's not getting shot in the back. Not that that matters, because he's just done 2 damage. Right, I need Mordred to take some fire, so we'll put him in front. Hopefully the archer will just shoot Mordred. And then we'll run K behind here. I don't want him to take any more hit point damage. There we go. And 2 hits on him and he's down. That wasn't too bad, we haven't taken any vitality damage yet. We are playing on hard as well, so
The battle is over.
we'll see how that goes.
And you must make a choice, Mordred. This is merely the first in a chain of similar decisions that will eventually determine what kind of leader you will be. Tell me, what will happen to Camelot?
Camelot. Interesting, so We have what looks like a sort of golden lion's head, and then a bloodied pig, I'm assuming. So I've decided to take throne room now, and with my band of selected knights I will fulfill my destiny. I've been chosen by the Lady of the Lake as a protector of Camelot. I will not take this throne, but I'll make my round table and take on this quest. Interesting. So I'm assuming you can sort of go good or bad. I think I'd always try and play good maybe in games. And you are Mordred, so let's embrace the darkness, I think. Let's see what happens. This is my throne room now. Heroes that die are dead for good. best health ever. I'm Mordred. I was reborn on the mystical island of Avalon. Wow, that was loud. The resting place of the fallen knights. A vision told me my purpose: to find and destroy King Arthur. Woke up in a ruined castle, a reflection of the real Camelot. This is my castle now. I am still trying to understand the nature of the powers that brought me here, but meanwhile I have a new realm to build and an old enemy to kill. That's good, so we're both ranked up, Sir Mordred and Sir Kay. We've got some building resources, don't know what that does yet, and some gold as well. And then we've got a couple of sigils, it looks like. Hardiness, Infusion, Rejuvenation, and the Oathstone of Heroism. Don't really know what any of this means, but I'm sure we'll get shown it soon. Right, so we've got a new mission available, and Sir Kay joined the court. And we've got 2 available points. Okay. What do we do then? So obviously I'm assuming these are skills, and then the bottom 3 ones are passive abilities maybe? What's this then? Strong grip, 50% weapon damage for strike or open wounds. So is that what you can choose? Death strike. Deals 170% weapon damage to an adjacent enemy, but with minus 20% armor breaking. Each point of armor on the target reduces the damage dealt by 3 additional points. That costs a lot of AP as well. So action points looks like it stays at 7 unless it goes up. It's got loyalty as well. What's this? Champion. Okay, there's a lot of things going on. Morality neutral, traits, talented, ambitious, bone setter, and stubborn. So -1 loyalty when going to a mission without full vitality. While appointed as hospitaller. I don't know how to say that word. Hospitaller. In the hospice. Increases the HP recovered by resting by 4%. Ambitious is plus 50% loyalty from court titles. And talented. Learning active skills costs only 1 skill point for this hero. God, there's a lot of reading and talking in this one. What do we want? So we've already got Strike and Cleave. Death Strike sounds like it does a lot of damage to unarmored people. So how... And then I'm thinking, do we get one of these? But they cost 2 each. So let's take this, Death Strike, a new skill. And then can we put one of these on it as well? It looks like, yeah. So Cleave causes bleeding for 1 turn. Bleeding suffers 50% damage at the start of their turn and after every action. Okay, so that could be quite good. I think we'll put bleed on Cleave when he's surrounded by enemies, get a good swing of that 2-handed sword, cause of extra damage on everyone. That sounds pretty good. So we've got no weapons, we do have 3 armor though, and a trinket, defender only. So I think there's obviously different classes, so you've got champion, there's 1, defender must be another, I'm assuming. Defender or champion only. So yeah. So what can we do? Is that minuses 1 of your action points? So he's currently only got 18 Sigil of the Anvil. Apologies for this, by the way. I know it's a lot of talking and stuff. I'm just sort of getting to grips with the game. There is quite a lot to it. Right, what have we got? So that gives plus 3 HP, regain 1 armor when drinking potions, and regain 3 HP when drinking potions. So unlikely to get any of that. It does mean we lose an action point, which is a bit annoying. Only gives them 6, but then everything, I suppose, it costs 4 or more anyway, so we'll see how it goes. We can always put that one back on him if needs be. But that gives him a lot more hit points and some armor, which is really good. Alright, let's go to Mordred. So he got the same thing. So we can give him Sigil of Infusion or Rejuvenation. So action points again. What's he got? 3 action points. That costs 2. That only costs 1 shield charge. Unyielding costs 2 as well. So what's this? Regain 1 HP for each hit. Amount of HP regain increases by 1 every 4 levels. Or shield charge. Runs to an enemy and tackles them, dealing 50% weapon damage and causing knockdown. A knockdown unit is knocked back and sent to the ground and will stand at the beginning of their turn with 50% less AP. Units with at least 50% physical debuff resist are knocked back instead. Push 1 tile away. Okay, that doesn't sound too bad. I think maybe... what do we want? That seems pretty good, but it only lasts 1 turn, and that'll make it last 2. Then the hero gains 1 AP when killing a unit with strike, so I think maybe we just buff strike. If we stick bleeding and killing blow on that, it might be good. We'll try that. And then we'll give him this one. So again, we've only got 6 AP with Mordred. I'm thinking, is that going to be an issue? And then we equip that one, because that one's still better. What was it, 22 and 5? That one's only 18 and 5. And he gets 3 HP when drinking potions. So yeah, we'll try that one for now. I'm just cautious of losing the extra AP. But as his abilities only cost 3 and 2, then it might not be too much of an issue. We shall see. And Mordred is a defender as well. Okay, so that's that done. What's this? Morality chart. Morality events. During your journey you'll have to make tough choices that will affect the outcome of the story and your allied hero's loyalty. Here you can see your previous morality event choices. Every choice you make will be presented on the morality chart. You can unlock morality abilities and heroes that are unique to that alignment. On the vertical axis, your alignment can go from being a rightful ruler to a reckless tyrant. On the horizontal, it can range from being a devout Christian to being the follower of the old faith. Okay. So tyrant, rightful, Christian, old faith. Alright, that's pretty sweet. So you've got, depending on which route you go down, you can recruit different heroes. There's a black knight, there's a red knight. Oh, is there a green knight? Come on, Sir Lancelot. Sir Geraint, Lady Morgana Le Fay, Sir Bedivere. Oh, that's pretty cool. Right, so at the minute we've just decided to claim the throne for Camelot. So obviously that's starting to lead us down the tyrant path, I presume. Journal, and then we've got new missions. Among the Ruins. Right, anyway, well that's the first episode, so I'll leave that there. Hopefully that was a good introduction. Seems like a very good game. I'm very looking forward to playing this. So please follow through and let me know how it's going. I'll catch you all in the second part.